Look in the mirror. Are you happy with what you see? Look at your bank account. Are you happy with what you see? Look at your relationship. Are you happy with what you see, or are you comfortable? Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about complacency, why that's one of the worst places you can be, why that's one of the worst places you can stay, and why you never want to stay comfortable, you never want to get complacent, and how it can just take you down a negative path, and we never want to let ourselves go down there. Well, first off, I'm going to start off by saying if you are watching this on YouTube, you can probably see I'm in a different location than my normal podcast, but that's because I'm traveling right now, and we always have this option, and this is the first place I'm going to start. We always have this option of, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and miss it. I'll start that workout Monday. Oh, it's okay if I miss this one time. Oh, I'll just get back on it as soon as possible. And that's exactly what happens to most people. But for me, I set a goal, I set a standard for myself that I'm going to put a podcast out every single week. So even while I'm traveling, I'm still getting it done, because it's that easy to say, oh, I missed a podcast. It's just 1 week, and then you miss 2 weeks, and then you fall off. And that goes for everything. So I have a standard set for myself that I'm not going to miss, that I'm going to show up. I don't care the background. I don't care where I'm at. I'm going to show up and getting it done, because that's what I set my mind to. That's what I set my goal, and that's my standard I set for myself. So that's where I want to start with this. We're going to keep showing up consistently, no matter what else we got going on, whether it's our business or finances or relationships. We have to keep showing up consistently to get to the goal, to get what we want it is in life. And I believe for me that all started at a young age when I was in sports. Always wanted to be the best at everything, always striving to be better. I remember my dad used to pay me $1 for every goal I scored when I was in soccer. And that always just motivated me to, get that goal. It motivated me to be the best on my team, to be the best that I could be, to always strive for that goal, to keep working hard. And I remember being one of the only all-stars in my small town that I grew up on, because I had that goal. I had that motivation. I always wanted to strive for better. And that's just always something that I've believed. No matter what it is, I never want to suck at anything. I'm always trying to find a way, trying to be the best at whatever I can be. I remember even in the fire academy days when I was doing fire stuff, we'd have a minute to put on our BA and the breathing apparatus, and we'd have to get everything done. And I'd always be the first person to finish. I always had this competitive edge for myself. But it all goes back into, like I said, just always wanting to be the best and always striving for better. And I believe that's helped me out a lot, because especially when I was struggling financially and broke and all this stuff, I just knew that that's not me, that this isn't for me, this isn't where I'm going to be, this isn't where I'm going to end up, that I can do better, I know I'll do better, and I will do better. So no matter what it is, we always have to have that mindset of, hey, we're going to figure it out. Doesn't matter where we're at right now, no matter what we're doing, we can always figure it out, we can always get better. There's always a way out. The last thing we want to do is play that victim mindset where it's just, oh, poor me, this is the way life is, this is the best it's going to be, and that poor me, that victim, where you're not doing anything about it. We have to make that switch and decide that, hey, we're going to get out of this situation no matter what situation it is. We just have to make that decision in our head that we're going to get better at this, that we're going to get in a better situation. And like I said, there's always help out there. There's always stuff we can do to get out of these situations, whether it's coaches, mentors. And so with that being said, one of the first things I want to talk about is this comfort zone, where people, maybe you have a little bit of success, you make a little bit of money, you get a little bit in shape, and you just stay there. You stay comfortable, you stay in this comfort zone, as we all call it. And that can be one of the worst places that we end up and that we stay in, is that comfort zone. Because what happens when you're in a comfort zone? It leads to complacency. And complacency means we just stay there. We stay okay with that situation. We keep doing the same thing. And what does complacency lead to in your relationships? It leads to you getting comfortable, you thinking nothing's ever going to happen, and maybe your wife leaves you. What happens when you get comfortable and complacent with your fitness? Oh, you got in shape, and then now you start missing workouts here and there, and next thing you know, you've gained 20 pounds, you got the dad bod, you're out of shape, you're overweight. Oh shit, what happened? Or your finances, you think everything's going okay, I don't need to work harder, I'm making decent money, and then you lose a job or something happens or an emergency, and you're like, oh shit, what am I going to do now? So if we have this mindset instead where we just always want to strive for better, and we should be striving for better, your income goal should be to increase every single year. I don't care what it is you're doing. If you're working a 9 to 5, you should try to build something on the side. You should use that money to invest in yourself, invest in other things so you can keep scaling. If you're in a business, you should find out exactly what it is you need to do to get to that next level, to scale. Do you need to develop different skill sets? Do you need to hire more people, hire a better team, work on your marketing, your sales, your lead generation, whatever it is, so you can keep scaling and get to that next level. And of course, with your fitness, why would we be satisfied if we're just in okay shape? Why not get to your best shape? Why not be at our best? Get the six pack or get ripped or just get to a spot where you're really confident and feel good about your body. Because when we're at our best in all these areas, our family, our relationships, our finances, our fitness, we're going to feel our best. We're going to be motivated. We're always going to be striving for better. We're going to have high ambition and high goals. And that's how we can get the best in life. Like I always say, why would we settle for average? An average life. Hey kids, yeah, let's live an average life. Average is bullshit. Average is, not a place where we want to be. It goes back into that complacency. If you're listening to this podcast, chances are you want to do better in life. You want to do better for yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this. But hey, that's one of the first things that I want to applaud you on is, hey, you're spending time to develop yourself. You're spending time to work on yourself. You're listening to other people, surrounding yourself with other mindsets so you can get to the next level. And that is one of the first steps that I always suggest that most people get started is cut off that negative circle that you got. If you're friends, your family, whoever it is in your life, if they're pulling you back, if they're in your way from what you want to achieve in your life, we need to cut them out first things first. Who cares? I don't care who it is, whether you limit your time from them, whether you cut them out, whatever it is you need to do to limit the people that are going to hold you back. Yeah, start surrounding yourself with people that are going to pull you up to a different level, people with different mindsets, people with different habits, people with different skill sets, so you can start to learn new ways of thinking, so you can have higher ambition for yourself. Because what happens is after you start surrounding yourself with these kind of people for so long and so long and so long, you start to think like them, you start to behave like them, and next thing you know, you start to become like them. And that's how we can keep leveling up as well. Same thing, same reason why I still hire coaches and mentors and everything, even years now in, even though I'm very successful now, I'm not done yet. This is just the beginning for me. I want to keep on going. I want to keep on growing my business, providing more impact, helping tons of other people. I have high ambition for my life and I'm excited about it. I wake up every single day passionate, wondering what I can do, posting, growing my brand, growing my social media, growing everything to build so I can continue to help more people. But it just goes back into that not staying comfortable. What's one of the first things you see that most people are depressed for? Because they have nothing going on in life. You have no ambition. You have nothing you're excited about. You wake up every single day, you go to a job you hate, you're in a relationship you're not happy with, you're barely getting by, you're struggling. You're not doing anything that fires you up. You're not doing anything that excites you. So that's why people get in these depressions. They start turning towards alcohol. They start turning towards these vices and bad habits and stuff to cover up that sadness inside, to cover up that missing piece for you because you got nothing that you're excited about. You got nothing that you're working for. As a man, one of the main things that drives us is having purpose in life. So if you're living a life without purpose, you don't have much going on, how are you supposed to be excited? How are you going to show up to your relationships, to your family, in the world if you wake up every single day and you're not just happy with where you're at? So that's the first sign that we need to step outside of that comfort zone and start doing different things so we can start getting different results. I don't care where you're at right now. If you're 40, you're 50, how out of shape you are, how broke you are, it's never too late to make a change. I've grown a very successful business in just a few years myself. But what did I do all the time? I learned, I invested in myself. I was always trying to be the best at everything I could. Like I mentioned earlier, if we have that mindset, if we're gonna figure this out, we're gonna find a way to be the best at our craft, to be the best at our business, that's how we can. And you should be. I don't care if you own a painting business, you should be the best damn painter in that town. If you own your own business, you should be the best in your city. You should be the best at what you do. And if you're not right now, you're limiting your income. Just imagine if you were the best at what you do, you can charge a lot more. You provide the best service. And if you don't right now, well, maybe you need to start working on yourself. Invest in stuff that can make your business better, that can make your product better, that can make you better. Because when we get better, life gets better. So we have to just step outside of that comfort zone and do what we can to get to that next level in all areas of our life. So I'm gonna ask you right now, if you're in a position right now with you're comfortable, look in the mirror, are you happy with what you see? Look at your bank account, are you happy with what you see? Look at your relationship, are you happy with what you see, or are you comfortable? Are you just okay with where you're at? You're okay living this average life, this average body, this average income, when you can do better. And I want you to do better. So the first thing I want you to do is step outside of that comfort zone, because that's how we grow. No one grows in a comfort zone. So that's why it's scary for most people, because it's a change, it's something new, but that's how we can grow. We grow when we get better at things, when we step outside of our comfort zone, when we do different things. We're always one decision away from a completely different life. We can do one thing different and change the whole trajectory of our life. We can start that new business. We can start that new skill set. We can start today on our fitness and be in the best shape of our life, have a very scalable business, have a very successful business in a matter of time if we just don't get complacent. Why would we stay complacent? Why would we be okay with only making 5K a month, with only making 10K a month when we can make 30, 40, 50, a lot more a month? Why would we be okay with an average body? And so I want you to be okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone to get to your fullest potential. My whole theme is 1% better every single day. We're always striving for better, no matter what area it is in our life. We're always working. We're always striving to be better. We have a never satisfied mindset. Hey, I'm proud of the progress that I made, but I'm never satisfied. I'm always grinding. I'm always want to be better, because when we have that mindset, we're always going to do better. We're going to be at our best. We're going to achieve great things in our life. We're going to have great relationships. We're going to have great income and be able to have that freedom to do whatever we want. So no matter what it is, we pick one area that we want to start with. We're going to step outside of our comfort zone in that area. We don't get comfortable. We don't get complacent, because nothing good comes from a comfort zone. You can do better. You deserve better. And we should always be leveling up 1% better every single day. Life gets better when you do. Let's go.